The playoffs are back at Lambeau, and the temps, well, they're where you would expect them in the frigid range. Just how the Cheeseheads like it here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Washington Commanders and the Green Bay Packers. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 76 yards. And the Commanders will strike first here, this wild card matchup. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken at the goal line.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for Commanders touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This fielded right at the goal line.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A nice run right there. And we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of. And here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year. And look, I think we both believe that the burden's a little lighter on backs and receivers than it is on quarterbacks in the playoffs. But that's not to say this is going to be easy. As fast as the NFL game is in the regular season, it's like warp speed when you turn the pressure up in the postseason. So let's see how he handles things early.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Rodgers going to throw. Open man is Taylor. He's got it.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Rodgers.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance, because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
26.
Now a handoff up the middle. Hoskins. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th.
He finds Watson complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. To throw, it's Rodgers. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
They were stopped last time from the 1. Now here's another try on 3rd and goal. Up the middle they go. Hoskins. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
One word comes to mind to me after that last play, and that's alert. That defense took a chance guessing the snap count, and they were so right. Got great push up front, and that forces 4th and goal.
Blankenship's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll go again with Gibson.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Throwing on 3rd down here. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After one, a 14-3 ball game.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A give up the middle to Gibson.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop.
faking the handoff. Howell.
Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
On 1st down, Howell. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Let's go now.
Back to the ground with Gibson.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Once more, Gibson.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Gibson. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
2nd down and goal.
Howell.
The quick slant caught.
Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Commanders continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Well, he is such a matchup nightmare down near the goal line, CD, and another example right there on that play for the touchdown.
It's borderline impossible to defend this guy because that kind of size, he can still get out and run a crisp route, and he has excellent hands. Even if you stick with him, all the quarterback has to do is lob it up, and he can win almost any jump ball.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Rodgers to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
26.
Now it's Rodgers.
He'll find Aguara complete.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
Oh, what a move.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. He'll look to throw it. This one left side caught by Gibson.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And Howe will throw it. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Commanders are able to widen their lead here in this 1st half. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. The center receiver in motion to the right.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Rodgers.
And quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This 1st half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And this is caught. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 46 yards.
Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone.
Well, I think the effort was there, but sometimes the defense is just a little bit better. No gain on the quarterback sneak, no place to go.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. Hoskins. And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. This Washington defense, they've stood tall the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. This will be caught by Nelson for a Packer touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Packers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Rodgers will throw for it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. One last shot before the break. Howell.
Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now, because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to get a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, 626. Get 300. Get 26.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, they're certainly in a bad way right now. Not so bad that you can call this one over already, but bad enough that you know you can't toss an interception to open the second half. This just ratchets up the pressure on this team's defense right now.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell.
Thomas brings it in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Gibson again.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Howell down to throw it.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, 33 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel, make sure they get their security deposit back.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Jump out! Hey, 88, 88, 88. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Working from the gun, Rodgers.
Open man left side. It's the tight end DeGuara.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worse with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Powell, another throw on 2nd down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
He gets it to Thomas. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21.
45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Back to throw, Howell. This is brought in by Gibson. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And that's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. A handoff for Gibson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
They'll go play action. Howell. His throw complete right side to Bates, the tight end. Touchdown! John Bates from 8 yards out. And the Commanders have got it on cruise control.
Extra point forthcoming. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Next, this makes the score. Commanders 42, Packers 9.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
The throw over the middle taken in.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Get 300! Get 300! Plant!
Throwing is Rodgers. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, a 22. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
88! Inside! 26!
Up the middle they go. Hoskins, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited by what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
On 2nd and goal, Rodgers buying time to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers!
Josiah DeGuara
from 6 yards away.
And the Packers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
They'll try and throw for it. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. First down, Howell to throw.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
With a play fake, and now here's Howell to throw it.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Rashawn Gary
buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive, because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Now Rodgers.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers.
That's complete to Dobbs.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 43. Rodgers going to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simple.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
And he takes us across the 15 to the 17.
59 yards on the ground for him so far.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. Second and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
From the 17, Howell. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down. Howell throwing on first down here.
He's going to float this over the middle, deep.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. In his own end zone, it's Rodgers.
Completed out left to Dobbs.
And he'll be able to get this up to about the 5-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there.
And they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And not a great punt here. Out of bounds in the air. They're going to say this one doesn't even get to the 40. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
They'll try the left side with Gibson.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
second down. Here's Gibson again.
And he's got some space here. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
87 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
A gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
And here's a give to Gibson.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Powell, 3rd and goal.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, it's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wound.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Now Gibson.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.